Hinduism, which means eternal bliss. I'm right here at the Nithyananda Vedic Temple in Mt.Sac, and I just attended one of their courses and meditation, which was done through their guru from India. So everything was done right. And actually, their guru, Nithyananda, which means eternal bliss, could see us doing all the rituals and chanting, and at the same time we could see him going through the same rituals and chanting. They did a lot of chanting. They did from the Bhagavad Gita, and they were very welcoming. When we came in, we had to take off our shoes. I brought my two little younger brothers, Aaron and Andy, and they were very welcoming. These children could come and experience Hinduism. I learned a lot about this tradition, the Vedic tradition, that with their guru, they call it Sariji, which is a general term for enlightened ones. And they have several deities inside, very beautiful statues of them in temples where they revere them. And I talked to Yi, who was one of the volunteers here. She was very welcoming. She just came back from a 21-day cleansing ritual from India. This is the second time she's done it. So she walked us through the temple, and she gave us a little more explanation on the deities. And they actually were very welcoming. They invited us to come tomorrow morning for the wedding of Ananda Venkateshvara, who is the god of compassion. And then it's who's getting married to Ananda Mahalakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth. And I guess every year they do this celebration where they get married. She also stated that the god of compassion, the Ananda Venkateshvara, was reincarnated later on as Vishnu. That was the 8th reincarnation of this god of compassion, and that the 9th reincarnation of that was the Buddha. So there's a really good significance there. Their guru Nithyananda, which is referred to as the master or the Sariji, was given a lecture on self-pity and self-empathy today, or self-sympathy, as being something destructive. He calls it a sin to encompass these feelings within oneself. He believed that no one could help a person that was indulgent in self-pity or self-sympathy, and especially him. They used it as an excuse to hide from him or to protect themselves from being enlightened. So he kept mentioning sinning as a method through sympathy and pity. So the 30-minute meditation, that's what they call meditation when he's there giving them a lecture through a webcam from India. And he was saying that as soon as we get these feelings of self-sympathy and self-pity, we should run as if our head was on fire, because we have to put that fire off. Once we let it set in, it's very hard to get it out of our head or get it out of ourselves. So as soon as we start feeling this, we need to deal with it very quickly. I was very delighted to have chosen this temple to come and explore a little more about Hinduism with my siblings. It was a good way to feel at home and very comfortable. As soon as we stepped in, they were very welcoming. They allowed us to pick our pillows and bring them down to the mats. They have mats and rows where one can sit and take part of their rituals. We felt like we were part of a family. We've always been here. It was very comforting. They invited us back again. They have family activities. They are having the god of compassion and the goddess of wealth married tomorrow, or the ceremony of marriage reenacted once more. So it's a very good place to come and learn about Hinduism. I was very pleased with what we learned and the way we were treated. And afterwards, they even fed us some of their rice. One thing I learned through Yi, who is a volunteer, is that they do practice vegetarianism. They are vegans, actually, and they believe that eating mushrooms and chilies and eggs doesn't allow one to become centered, doesn't allow the energy within to be present through meditation, so they abstain from it, which is something I have never even heard of, and it's very interesting to me. I've made new friends. They've encouraged me to come tomorrow and come any other time, and
they even told me that I must have been called to this one place, so it makes me believe that, you know, there's something there that I should explore a little further. Come here once in a while. It's just a really great experience. At first I dreaded coming here for a school assignment, but now I've come to just be very embracing of this culture, this whole tradition, and I just feel very, very happy that I came to this